Greg here, and I've got a lesson for you. This lesson is from a very recent news clip from CNN, and it is related to the protests that are going on in the US. And there are two words I want to make sure that you understand before we get into the questions. Before we get into the video, okay? And those two words are, one, curfew, and a curfew is a rule, a regulation, an order requiring people to stay home, basically not to go outside. And sometimes governments enact curfews, okay? And the second word is disperse. And to disperse means to break up or separate. Okay, so you can imagine people gather and they disperse. Okay, and something may cause them to disperse. Okay, and next I'd like to go over the questions. Number 1. How did Trump describe the acts of protesting? Number 2, how did the police disperse the peaceful protesters? Number 3, just before Trump spoke, what was seen near the White House? Number 4, as Trump spoke, what could be heard? Number 5, did the police break up the peaceful protesters before or after the curfew? Number 6, why did the police tear gas and shoot rubber bullets at the peaceful protesters? And number 7, what did Trump hold up? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this clip. I think it's about 1 minute long, and then we will discuss it a bit on the other side. Okay, here we go.
These are not acts of peaceful protest. These are acts of domestic terror.
Right before President Trump addressed the nation from the Rose Garden, police dispersed peaceful protesters with tear gas, flash grenades, and rubber bullets just outside the White House gates. By most accounts, the protests were peaceful, but moments before Trump's speech, military vehicles were seen near the White House. And as the president spoke, bangs and helicopters could be heard in the distance as police officers in riot gear broke up the demonstrations before the D.C. curfew was to take effect. The reason? A photo opportunity, so the president could walk across the street to St. John's Episcopal Church, which had been damaged by a basement fire the night before. He stood outside the church and held up a Bible before posing with administration officials.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go through our questions. Question number 1, how did Trump describe the acts of protesting? And the answer is he described the acts of protesting as terrorist acts. Yes, those peaceful protesters are terrorists in Trump's eyes. Yes, that's very interesting indeed. Okay, and question number 2, how did the police disperse the peaceful protesters? Well, they dispersed the peaceful protesters with tear gas, rubber bullets, and flash grenades. Check out some of these pictures. And question number 3, just before Trump spoke, what was seen near the White House? Well, just before Trump spoke, there were military vehicles seen near the White House. Okay, and number 4, as Trump spoke, what could be heard? Well, as he spoke, bangs, big bangs, and helicopters could be heard. Those bangs would be from the flash grenades and I guess maybe from the police shooting tear gas and rubber bullets at those peaceful protesters. Okay. And question number 5, did the police break up the peaceful protesters before or after the curfew? Okay, well, they broke up the protesters, they dispersed the protesters before the curfew. Okay, so those protesters were legal and peaceful. Okay, there you go. And question number 6, why did the police tear gas and shoot the peaceful protesters? Well, the answer here is a photo opportunity. Trump wanted to get a chance to get his picture taken in front of a church that is located nearby the White House. Okay, a photo opportunity, risking everyone's life for a picture. Okay, and question number 7, what did Trump hold up? The answer is Trump held up a Bible. That was right at the end of the video. Okay, wow, we covered all of those questions. Very good. That is some crazy stuff happening in the US, and how lucky we are that that is not happening here in Japan. Okay, that's all I've got for you today. I hope that helped you with your English a little bit, and keep on studying, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.